Hey guys, welcome to another scrap metal art video with Matt. Today I'm going to try to make a cool lamp out of all the stuff you see right here, guys. So just go with the build and let's see how it turns out. So the first thing I want to do, guys, with this piece is go ahead and establish my base right here and my main center part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and tack welded this one piece on so it would stay straight, and then I can just go with this right here. Alright, so once I got that tacked on, now I can pull this in and bend it to where I want it to be, which is about right in that area right there, nice and tight, just like that. So then I'll go ahead and put a tack weld right there also. Alright, so now I took my other saw blade right here, and I took this long old piece of channel strut right here, and I went ahead and tacked it right here on the back side. I'm just going to throw a few more tacks on there, guys, and that'll be the guitar for our piece. Alright, so I'm just going to tack it on the other side a couple more times and we'll go to the next stage. Alright, so the next thing that I did, guys, is I took this pipe right here and I went ahead and chopped it down some, and I cut it at about a 45-degree angle. That way when we set it inside the base frame right there, it'll give it a lean. That way the light inside can kind of shine down more instead of outward like that. So cut that at a 45. So I went ahead and stuck the light head inside, and I'm just going to let that be free hanging right there, guys. It's got this adjuster on there where you can loosen the screw and move it around, but I want to be able to just cock it right in place, and if someone wants to kind of turn it one way or turn it the other way, just like that right there, it'll kind of stay on its own in that position. So I'm not too worried about having that secure at the top. I kind of actually want that to be able to move around. So what I got to do now is I went ahead and took my scissors and snipped off the ends of the wiring right here, guys, and I snipped it at a 45 also so I could get it through this tight space right here. As you can see, the middle bar is our hollow point right here that we can go all the way down to the base right here, guys, all the way to the bottom and come out the base right there. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get this all fed in before I weld this part right here to the inside of the base frame right there, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire this up, and then we'll get all of that settled in to weld that. Alright, guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and welded this on to the back right here, and it was kind of tough because this is such thick pipe and such thin base metal right here, guys. So did get a nice weld bead down in there, and we are going to let that cool down just a little bit more, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish stringing through the wire for the head right here, guys, and get that in. Then once we get that in, we're going to try to figure out where we want to place our guitar and where I want to put like my hands at, and also maybe some of this chain right here for some like cool hair or something like that. So we're going to let that cool, and then we're going to get the next step done. We got this piece wired up with a bulb inside now. That on and off switch works pretty good. So what I did is, since this is an aluminum base and I got some steel that I want to weld on there, is I found these little clips right here, as you can see. These little clips, and I shoot some sheet metal screws into that to lock it in place. So now I got something that's steel that I can weld off of. So what I've done is I've taken some chain right here, and I've welded the ends together on this chain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this overlay like that, something kind of like that. Like, I'll get it set in place the way I want it, but that's gonna be like filler hair, you know, kind of like filling in the material. Then I got these pieces of chain. I welded together the ends right here, and what that's going to do is going to let the hair kind of free hang like that. So I got something to weld to right here, just like maybe like one there, one over here, one in the back, and one on that side, just to give it some like moving, free hanging hair right there, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that welded up, then we'll be ready to start seeing if it looks good. Alright, guys, so now that I gave it some hair, what I'm going to do now is just paint it all solid black, just to go ahead and get some paint over it to keep the rust from forming. So I need to take apart the globe again, take the lights out and all that. Then we can spray paint the whole entire piece. Alright, guys, so I went ahead and painted it with the black rust inhibitor paint and let that first coat dry. So now I'm going to go back over it one more time, give it a nice coating again, and then we'll be ready to plug it up. Alright guys, so there we go. We got everything is now dried. We got all of our stuff welded in place where we want it to be. We got our lens cleaned up real nice and a fresh brand new bulb in there, guys. And it's on a on and off switch right here. We can cut it on and off easy just like that. Great little light right there. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.